Good evening. I'm Jim Olson from Signature Sounds. Welcome to another edition of our new series, the Backstage Sessions. This is the third Sunday night that we've done this. It's going to be happening every Sunday night throughout the winter. It pairs a great musician and a great host for some conversation in addition to live music. We're all missing both these days. And tonight we have a really great show for you featuring one of the real legends of bluegrass music, Larry Sparks. And our host tonight is named Brian Eyster. Brian is the vice president of Planet Bluegrass, the mothership of the great Colorado music festivals, the Telluride Bluegrass Festival, Rocky Grass, and the Rocky Mountain Folks Festival. Planet Bluegrass also runs Rocky Grass Academy and the Song School. If you've never been out to Colorado for one of these festivals, they are truly special events. I had the great pleasure of heading out to Telluride in 2013. It was a completely unforgettable experience. Brian, in addition to being the vice president of Planet Bluegrass, was also the editor of a fabulous book here, Telluride Bluegrass Festival, 40 Years of Festivation. Excellent book to check out, both photos and great text and all the lineups from over the years, and you watch how this festival grew from a little community event to the premier bluegrass festival in America. Brian's also a DJ for KGNU in Boulder. He hosts Morning Sound Alternative and the popular Saturday morning show Old Grass, New Grass. New Grass, new being spelled GNU. He directs the nonprofit High Street Concerts in Lyons, Colorado. He's a multi-instrumentalist himself and a software engineer. So he is really quite the Renaissance man. Our featured musician tonight is the great Larry Sparks, the king of bluegrass soul. He began his career in the 1960s as guitarist with the Stanley Brothers and later became the lead vocalist for Ralph Stanley and the Clinch Mountain Boys. In 1969, he formed his own band, the Lonesome Ramblers. He's recorded and toured with his band for nearly 50 years, releasing over 60 albums. Larry's been recognized by the International Bluegrass Music Association for Male Vocalist of the Year, Album of the Year, and Recorded Event for the Year for his album, Larry Sparks 40, featuring special guests Alison Krauss, Vince Gill, Ralph Stanley, Ricky Skaggs, Tom T. Hall, and more. Larry's been inducted into the IBMA Hall of Fame, the Bill Monroe Bluegrass Hall of Fame, and the George D. Hay Hall of Fame. George was the founder of the Grand Ole Opry. Alison Krauss once said, Larry Sparks is bluegrass music's Ray Charles. No one can touch him. He's an absolute original. So with no further ado, let's get into some conversation. Brian Eyster and Larry Sparks here on the Backstage Sessions.
Hello, everybody. I think we are live. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. My name's Brian. Thanks, Jim, for the warm introduction for both of us. I'm coming at you here from Lyons, Colorado, and this is just such an honor and a privilege to get to spend some time here with one of my musical heroes and someone I respect on so many levels, the great Larry Sparks. How are you doing tonight, Larry?
I'm doing fine. I'm about to get woke up.
And you're at home in Indiana. Whereabouts are you?
I'm in southeast Indiana, and it's about an hour and 15 minutes from Bean Blossom, if you know.
Okay.
Heard of. And it's between Indianapolis and Cincinnati area. And
Yep.
Southeast, yeah.
Yep. I lived in Bloomington, Indiana for a couple years.
Yeah, that's a little
And,
further on from Bean Blossom, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful part of the country.
Yeah, well, probably 2 hours from Bloomington, maybe.
Uh-huh. And just so folks can kind of have a picture in their mind, are you in a rural, are you in a town, or is this more of a rural, like, farming area?
Well, Brian, I'm in a cornfield. I live in
Okay.
Yeah. We're out in the country here, and it's pretty much out to itself. It's not real in the boondocks, but it's out in the country.
Uh-huh. And
20, think this year will make us 27 or years we've been here at this one place.
In the same house.
Out there, an old house I live in.
It looks like a beautiful, you're in your living room here. I love the, looks just like a beautiful place.
Now she's good about decorating stuff, and it's old house was built in 1877.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They came in here from Kentucky. The people did. The Hamiltons was their name. They came out of Moorhead, Kentucky, which was Nicholas County. I think they said it took 11 days with horses and wagons. Back in 1822 when they settled here.
Wow.
And so they were a pretty big deal name in this country, getting roads built and things for people to go on and things. And their son built this house here in 1877.
Wow. Wow. Love the history.
Yeah, we got a little history on. I like the older houses. It's an old brick, like a Victorian type Italian brick house. It's really structure's really good. 3 bricks thick. It stood some wind.
Yeah. Are you staying warm here? It's winter here in Colorado. Is it winter in Indiana?
Yeah, but it's not bad. We've had a good winter so far. It's average usually about mid to upper 30s, really.
Great.
For this time of year, it's good. And they're giving sometime we hit 40s then we hit 40 sometime. But yeah, it's been really good. I think the biggest snow we've had was like 2 inches so far. Sun came out and got rid of that. So.
No, you grew up in southern Ohio, right? With a big family.
Well, that's where I was born in Lebanon, Ohio, and yeah, there wasn't such a big family. There was 9 kids, but all of them were gone.
Oh.
Left and went away, married and left, on their own. I was the youngest one in the family, and I was born in 1947. My sister, the one next to me, she was born in 37. And so we kind of grew up a little bit together, and singing and playing and stuff in church and things. And in fact, 'cause I remember she learned me to play the chords on the guitar,
Wow. Wow.
And I caught on. It seemed like it's, real quick. I was playing chords, and we started singing together and in churches and singing around a little bit. And but later years, why she wasn't around close in the home. At that time, she got married too, but so I was the only one at home. Right? I had no friends. Sometimes nothing to eat. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
My dad was born in 1902. My mother was born in 1906. In Jackson County, Kentucky, where String Bean was from, through the same country there, right?
Okay.
Down the road. And along with other Kentuckians, they came to Ohio in the late 20s, early 30s. Come across the river with a bunch of Kentuckians for work,
Yep.
Ohio's always been a good work state. People would come there, a lot of Kentucky folks.
Yep.
Found jobs and made good lives there in southern Ohio. And different parts of Ohio, too.
Yep.
And that's they went. First place he came to was Connersville, Indiana. But then he went to Ohio.
And were they musicians? Did I hear that you had a grandfather that was a contest fiddler?
He was really a good fiddle player. He really was. I've got some recordings of his. I'm going to get on tape, that is, stuff, just record. And I'm going to get that and have it run off on a CD and stuff. And this playing was back in the 50s. And he was born in 1877. The same year this house was built.
Right.
And so right now he'd be up 140 some years old. This would have been in the 50s, and he was up in age then. He's pretty good. But this was sometime during the 50s he made this. And he was really good. Really good fiddle playing. Really good.
Wow. Did you ever did he ever join the band or sit in?
No, never did do that. I just remember him up till I was about 10 or 11 years old when he passed away.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. His music, what he could play, he really could.
Yep. Wow. And how did you get your music? Did you have a record player, TV, radio? How were you discovering music outside of Ohio?
Well, we didn't have television, nothing like that, never did have TV. We had a radio. That's all I had to hear the outside world.
Yep.
And so we had a station in Cincinnati, which was Wayne Rainey, radio show. He came on tonight at 7:30, I think. WCKY, Cincinnati. He would play the Stanley Brothers, bluegrass, and old country back in them days. This mixture, good playing, good show. So I picked him up. Then in Middletown, Ohio, they had a show every morning, and then every afternoon from 2:30 to 5. They had several. I remember 2 or 3 different DJs worked there over the years, and they had the same setup, same top music, And then I went to 6:50 a.m. and I heard that, Nashville, and I picked up them at night, and the Opry. I got attached to the Grand Ole Opry on Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
And I love that, listen to that. And I think the overall music, Brian, just the overall influenced me. I really do. Just having that overall music of all kinds,
Yep.
And you know how the 50s had, as far as rock and roll, was pretty good music.
Yep.
It wasn't too bad, 50s. But in the 60s, some of it, but I didn't follow that trend. I felt drawn to this, what I'm doing.
Yep.
I felt this is what I should do. I really cared for this music at a young age. And I just fell right into it and kept going with it and learning and playing. And some local musicians I got with that, was a big help to me too, and take me around different places. And we played music, shows and things. And so it's kind of a natural thing. I think I never really practice what I'm doing that much. It comes to me real natural, what I've learned. And probably could learn a lot more, but it's pretty natural, what I've learned.
Were you learning fiddle tunes? I mean, there's a big step to go from, chords on the guitar to the lead guitar playing that you're just so wonderful at. How did that step happen?
Well, I guess I always tried to play melody. Song, I tried to play the words, and that was very important, is to play like I sing.
Yep.
And Ralph Stanley made a statement one time. I had the talking guitar, so that I'd play the words, and that's the way I got it, sort of kept it, And there's a lot of hot licks on the guitar that you can do and things, but I try to play different and had different style, different feel, than what other people were playing. And I just knew I had to do that. I had to do that.
Yep.
Don Reno was a good guitar player.
Absolutely.
Earl Scruggs was a great guitar player. And he set a lot of examples for young guys, to play. And I heard his playing a lot, and I liked it. He sure did. Earl Scruggs, he's a fine guitar player.
Yep.
And there were several, around that played good. But I knew I didn't want to really sound like him or anybody else. When I worked with the Stanley Brothers, when I knew I wasn't going to do any good singing Stanley Brothers songs. It's just the way it is. Although I can, and that still comes out in me. That feel, sound every now and then, because it's there. It's breathing in me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you got us so excited now that to hear a tune. How do you feel about? Want to kick things off here with a song? You feeling ready?
Yeah, it'll be $20. I'm good.
Yeah.
Very good. I'll get myself ready. Be glad to try to sing something for you. I haven't sang much all year. Not the best voice. But, we're getting a lot of stuff reset. Our shows starting out in late spring, early summer.
Great.
Resetting stuff, and I really think by midsummer that this problem we got with the virus I think it'll let up a lot. And the outside shows, I believe we can have more of them. You know.
Boy, that would be great. Yep.
Yeah. That's what it's looking like. All the promoters I deal with, inside shows may get, might be a little bit risky right now. Maybe we shouldn't, do a lot of inside stuff. But I think it's going to turn out okay. We just got to stay with it and don't give up on it.
Yeah. I know. As our festivals here in Colorado, we're moving forward as if things can happen this summer at maybe in a smaller capacity, but we're certainly planning is moving ahead. So
yeah, you can't quit. You got to do something. I was talking to Bill the other day. He said, "Well, I have my festival at a fairground, but he said if I don't have it there, I'm going to have it at my home." So,
there you go.
I have to have a smaller crowd, but I don't want to quit. Don't want to quit having no music, and so that's good that we have people that's dedicated like that. That our music and keep it going. I enjoyed playing in Colorado with you out there too one time.
A couple times. Yep.
Good crowd there. They liked what I did. I think.
You have a lot of fans in Colorado.
Like what I did. I think folks were great to sing and play to. And,
absolutely.
You got a good crowd out there. Maybe one of these days, someday we'll come back again.
We would
thing blown away. So. Let me give me just one sip of water. You don't mind, do you?
Go for it.
This is Evan Wilson here, Brian. He works with me in the band. Yeah. Evan Wilson and plays mandolin for me and sings.
There he is. Hey, Evan. Thanks for doing this.
Good to meet you guys.
Yeah.
He's the high-tech guy of the outfit.
Well, thanks for making this all happen.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can remember the words of this. I hope so. Yeah. It seems like the older I get, the words seem further away from me. Someone. Way out in the great state of Texas, just north of old Mexico, I once lived the life of an outlaw. Back in the days. She was my wife to be. Her home was south of the border. Linda loved only me. Our love was never to be. My gun had a fast reputation, faster than lightning, they said. If anyone questioned my courage, my answer was given in lead. Linda tried so hard to change me, and because I loved her, I tried. Then came the day of the message. Linda Maria had died, killed by the man I despised. With hate running clear through my body, I strapped on my old 44, saddled my trusty companion, rode out to even the score. South of the border I found him, boasting that I soon would die. Our 6 guns blazed out in anger, down in the blink of an eye. He was the one that would die. As I rode straight back to Texas, I thought of what I'd become. Thought of the times Linda pleaded, begged me to hang up my gun. I had my fast reputation, nothing in life to live for. So I rode on straight back to Texas. There in my sorrow I swore I'd hang up my guns evermore.
Yeah. Outstanding.
Haven't sung that one in a while.
Sounds great.
Got the song back out again.
Oh, I love it. It sounded great. Your singing sounded great. Love the guitar break at the end.
I think it's a story song. It tells a story, you know.
Yep. The Gunfighter's Revenge.
Yeah.
Now, where'd you get that tune from?
I believe it's on Almost Home.
He said he believes it's Almost Home, but he believes it is. He don't know for sure. He takes care of all the sales for me. He knows more about them than I do.
Right. Yep. So I want to go back to talk a little about the time with the Stanley Brothers and Ralph and kind of the start of your musical career. So you were 16 and a radio DJ introduced you to the Stanley Brothers. Is that sort of how it happened?
There was a bass player. You might have heard of the sort of the record label there in Dayton, the J. Lynn.
Sure.
Okay, that was Jack Lynch that owned that recording company. And he recorded 2 albums for Ralph and recorded Reno, Don Reno, I think, back in those days. And I did my first single record with him, but he was a friend with the Stanley Brothers, you know. And when Carter and Ralph would come to Dayton and work in that area, why Carter would always stay at Jack's house.
Wow.
Over on Brown Street, where he stayed. And I'd go over there and sit around with him through the day, you know, and stuff. Carter was there at Jack's place. But Jack sort of introduced me to pretty much Carter, you know. And Paul Mullins also did. We called him Moon Mullins. It was Paul Mullins in WPFB in Middletown. He mentioned my name to Stanley Brothers too. And Jack Lynch brought my name up to him also.
And this was so George Shuffler was he the lead guitar player most of the time? Is that?
At that time he was in and out. You know, he wasn't full time.
Okay.
And I guess that sort of that style of playing, Bill Napier was the first.
Oh, okay.
Then George Shuffler was second. And if you call me third, I was third.
Yeah. And so they would call you up for gigs, and would you actually go out on the road with them, or just kind of meet up for gigs?
Our first date, the first show I did with them, was in Chicago at the University of Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the first show I did with them. And they recorded that, and several years later they put that out on a
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got to hear it, and it didn't sound bad at all. You know, I really did. I tried to play their, you know, music on my guitar, and it all come good. It's good, really good recording. Stanley played fiddle, Red Stanley. And
wow.
Red wasn't any relation to him, but he had the same name, and he was from down in Tennessee.
Okay.
That was the first show I worked with Carter and Ralph. And
What did it feel like to walk out on stage with the Stanley Brothers?
Yeah, that was a great honor, for me. I do that, and I was with them, and Carter liked the way I played, and his style of music and songs he did.
Uh-huh. And would you sing harmonies as well, or was it just the guitar playing?
Not much. I did a little bit, but I didn't really sing that much with them. They didn't really need it. They're so powerful together.
Yeah, yeah.
The lead and tenor, if you got it down really like they had it, and a few other people, you can do harmony or not. Just sometimes it's a hindrance to it if you do. If you're strong singers like they were.
Yep, yep,
But they did have a lot of harmony in their singing too. A lot of the gospel stuff.
yep.
George Shuffler didn't thought of that.
Uh-huh. Were there lessons you learned, took away from working with the Stanley Brothers at that age?
What's that again?
Were there lessons that you think you learned from the Stanley Brothers?
I think so. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's you have to look at this music, Brian. You've got to treat it like a business. And,
Yep,
I mean, if you don't, it'll get away from you
yep,
real quick. But you have a business side to it, and just lay it over here. When it comes to the music, let it rest, and I'll be back. I'm not going nowhere. So music, and keep it. You got to take care of it.
yep,
And they did. They did take care of the music. Along with, I think, Brian, there was three names to me that really put this music on the map. There's three names, and that's Bill Monroe, of course,
sure,
and the Stanley Brothers and Flatt and Scruggs.
yep,
I think those three names were responsible for the music, getting laid down and taking care of it. Those bands took care of the music. Now they had
yep,
all different sounds, different style,
yep,
and they took care of it and stayed with it for years. And I'm sure we had times it wasn't easy.
yep,
It wasn't the best road life, best was the best trade, but they loved it.
yep,
They stayed with it, and I'm so glad they did, because that's what I've tried to do, is take care of. They're all gone. All them guys are not with us no more,
yep,
and I had an opportunity to be around a lot of them, back in the day, and shows of everybody, those guys, and I mentioned, and a few others. They had Mike Wiseman. He was good in the business too, and different people, and Reno and Smiley and always.
sure,
But you take Bill Monroe and the Stanleys and Flatt and Scruggs, and then you take Mike Wise, and you take the Osborne brothers, Jimmy Martin, and there's a few others. I can't remember all the names right now.
right,
But then Larry Sparks comes in, but all those names are in the same path, but we're all different sound.
yep.
All different sound.
I think that's what's so great about bluegrass, and Monroe's idea, it seemed, was that everybody had to create their own sound. It wasn't about being like Monroe. It was about taking his idea and making it your own. And
Sure. Yeah. He wanted me to ask me to take his man. I said, take this man on stage. You play this man on stage, and I didn't know what to do. Playing Bill's mandolin, and I went out and did a song with it. He wanted me to do that, But Bill was a very independent person in the music. He was going to keep it one way, and that's it.
yeah,
And I respect him for that. He took care of it, and there's some lean times, I'm sure. But he
sure,
always made it all right. So rock and roll came in. I think it hurt the music a lot when rock and roll came in.
yep, yep, yep.
But that's when you had to be strong. That's when you have your failures too. Something like that happens. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. And but he was strong enough to bring it up, take care of
Yep,
it.
yep, yep, yep.
As I mentioned,
Sure.
nothing was completely destroyed with it. So it went right on.
Yep.
And even today, we have a lot of things against our music, and we have to. It's just a job to take care of it. We have a lot of different forms of music, and I'm not knocking any music at all. I mean, but our music, bluegrass and gospel bluegrass type music is a form of music like any other, and we need to respect it and take care of it. I respect other forms of music. I don't have nothing against people music. In fact, I like a lot of to listen to it. But we need to take care of our music.
Yep, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
How about another song? How about I think we talked about maybe a "Take Me Back to West Virginia."
Well, I'll give you another 28 on that.
You're my wallet's going to be empty by the end of this show.
I'll quit saying that. Yeah, we'll get that for you. Take me back to West Virginia. We can do that, can't we?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just stand up for a little bit and get things ready. Well, this is glad to opportunity to do this with you, Brian.
This is such a thrill.
Is it? Am I doing all right for older guys?
You're doing great. You've never done one of these before, is that right? As far as a live stream?
What's that?
Have you ever done a live stream from home before?
Never have done any at all.
Yeah.
I could probably learn how to be better at it.
You're doing great. I'm sure enjoying it.
No, it's something that might be a good thing to do in the future. As you can.
Yep.
Because we can't go out with shows right now, and it's
Yep.
going to be a while before we can do inside shows.
Yep.
Maybe next winter, maybe not next winter, but I think he'll let up. We maybe be able to do some, but outside's going to be good. I think outside's good. I know everything. I'm kidding. Okay, here we go. Saw a look in her eye. My goodness, she's dreaming of something. Wait,
She must have been.
this was on the album I did. This came out about a year and a half ago, maybe. New Moon Over My Shoulder is the name of the album.
Great record.
Yeah, thank you. It's got a lot of some new songs and some older songs too. Got it sit there. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it is.
That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of good songs on it, new songs. And I'll try this one we got on it. Take Me Back to West Virginia. Saw a look in her eye, she was dreaming of something, and I knew it took her far away. She told me she was missing her mama, all her sweet yesterday. She said, take me back to West Virginia. I've been gone way too long. I wanna go back to West Virginia. Take me back to the mountain home.
Nice.
I can't relive the days of my childhood. I like to see where I came from. That old playground, a one-room schoolhouse, the path we walked when the day was done. She said, take me back to West Virginia. I've been gone way too long. I wanna go back to West Virginia. Take me back to my mountain home. I long to see that little white church house where we prayed for the lost. and we sang rock of ages. I got to know the man on the cross. He said, take me back to West Virginia. I've been gone way too long. I wanna go back to West Virginia. Take me back to my mountain home. We stopped it anyway.
Oh, that's a great tune.
It is a good song, you know. It's got a good, some good words, good meaning to it.
Totally. Yep. I love the minor chord verse is such a cool feel to it too.
It is, you know, and the record on it, the recording, I thought the feel turned out really great, you know.
Yeah.
I like to feel what I'm doing, you know, singing and playing. I like to have it right in my soul and all over me, you know. I got to feel it.
Yeah. I feel like that's one of the things that defines you is somehow you're able to, even if you're in your living room right here, to channel the meaning of these songs so deeply every time you do it, even though many of these songs I'm sure you've sung hundreds of times.
Yeah, you're right. It's a natural, just a natural feel, love, you know, your soul for what you're singing about. Taking it back to West Virginia, you know, I got a lot of fans in West Virginia, or used to have. So I hope I still have. West Virginia, through the mountain country, there's a lot of good folks there, and met some good folks in West Virginia. But this song kind of reminds me of those people, you know, over the years, and
Yeah.
I've met some fine folks there. I like to sing when you sing a song, or when I sing a song, I like to vision what I sing
Uh-huh.
and make it real to me. And I like a song that's real life songs. I don't like fake, phony stuff. You know, I like the real life stuff.
Yep.
And this song is like that. To me, it is.
Yeah. No, I love it. Love it.
Thank you.
You know, I heard a story about kind of shifting gears back to your history to when when you joined Ralph Stanley's band after Carter's passing. That I guess the way I heard it is you were just kind of playing a warm up set for him, and he happened to hear you. Is that right?
Well, that's one of my. I got the singing job with Ralph.
Yeah.
Well, Carter had passed away in December of 1966, and Ralph came back out in February, and we played a show in Dayton, Ohio. And Jack Lynch, I mentioned Jack Lynch to you.
Sure. Yep.
Jack got a hold of me and said Ralph was coming in to Dayton to do a show. He said, you need to come over there. I said, yeah, I'd like to. I've been with Ralph, you know, part-time, years period, whatever it was. But I said, yeah, I'd like to. I didn't know. And so I got put it down to go and went over there, and Ralph and Curly Ray Klein was with him, and I think Melvin Goins was with him. Yeah, Melvin was with him. And I'm forgetting who else was now, but Ralph, the house band was the Roy Lee Centers. Would sing with Ralph later after I left. But Roy Lee Centers was a house band, and his group, and Jack Lynch played with them in their band. Well, Jack got me up to sing a song with them, you know, on their set, and I didn't go to sing. I just went up there to see Ralph.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Stuff. I had to borrow a guitar from somebody. I didn't go to sing or anything, but I don't know, it was Get to Maybe Roy Lee's or somebody's. I sung two songs on the set. I sung it was the Stone Walls and Steel Bars.
Yep.
That was one of their big hits, really.
Sure.
You could go on the jukeboxes back in some of them days. That was on the jukebox set. Everybody played. And I sung that, and then I sung I Wonder How the Old Folks Are at Home.
Beautiful.
Those two songs. And so I got off the stage and turned back over to Jack and Roy and all of them. And so Ralph, he sent word to me that he was going to see me outside.
Whoa.
Uh-oh, what have I done? I didn't have no boxing gloves or anything. But he want to see me outside. So he was outside at his automobile there, and he went in when we come in and sat and talked to me about asking would I be interested in singing with us.
Wow. Wow.
Well, no, I don't know if I can do your job or not. If you do what you want, I think I'm familiar enough with it. I probably could, but I don't know if it'd please you or not. I said, if you want me to try, I'll try. And I'd love to do it. So, stayed with him 3 years. We recorded
Wow.
several albums.
Uh-huh.
I did was around here.
Yeah.
Two
But that conversation took place in his station wagon?
Yeah.
Wow.
1967 Pontiac.
Wow.
Yeah. That was that's what he wanted me to do. I think he, probably looking back, I think Ralph knew that I had the feel, his feel of singing and blend with his voice, good enough where it would work.
Yep.
And, it really did. Our voices blend good together.
Yep. What was it like on the road with a star like Ralph Stanley back then?
Ralph did most of the driving in the car. I've never had no bus. He did. Ralph never had a bus, and Ralph never did have a bus. He was always traveled in cars. And he got the station wagon. That was a pretty big change, from a regular car. They had big cars, big automobiles back in them days.
Yep.
And which I wish we had now, more of them. But Ralph was a good driver. He did a lot of driving. And Melvin would do some of the driving, but Ralph he did most of it. And he could make the best time. Look back, he just could he could have you there before you know it. If you got 300 miles ago, you rather say I'm there.
Wow.
So used to it, driving like that.
Uh-huh.
He was a good driver. I watched him drive, and I seen how safe he was.
Uh-huh.
He was a safe driver, and that kind of rubbed off on me. Watched him drive like that. I've never had an accident, on the road.
Oh well, good for you.
And thank God I have never had one. It can happen. I've been hit twice.
Oh wow.
In a bus.
Oh.
I never hurt anybody, but haven't been hit twice. Other people's fault. But as far as an accident, I've never had one. I've been safe out there. It's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to be safe. You got to watch east, west, north, and south all around you all the time.
Right.
All the time.
Right.
And
in those days, you're barreling down the road with a bass on the roof of the station wagon, right?
Used to, yeah. And used to on a regular car. You tied on a regular automobile.
Wow.
And stuff. If you had to, you do that.
Wow.
You had to do it. You had to do it.
Yep. So I heard one other story. I don't know if this is true. Is it true that when you joined Ralph's band, that he had to help you with your clothing and footwear?
Ralph, we always had a kind of a little dress code,
Uh-huh.
And I think it's good.
Yep.
And I've held to that right till today. Back in the old days, not just musicians, but people in their 20s and 30s in show business, they would look like show business. They would look like a show business, and it was a show, and you got to make it look like one, and take care of it. You got to make this bluegrass sound good and look good. You know what I mean? I've left you a question, I guess.
Well, I think I heard something about maybe Carter's boots. Is this true?
Oh, Carter's boots. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's bringing it back now. Okay. Carter, I guess he left his boots in the car, some way there, and the same boots is on the album I seen. They got,
Okay.
it's called, what is the name of that album? The same boots are on that album, but he had left them in that car, and Curly Ray, he asked Ralph. I just had regular old shoes, It didn't look that bad, but he asked Ralph to, you mind letting me wear Carter's boots? I was
Wow.
playing guitar.
Wow.
Yeah, playing Carter's guitar, and I had a D18 at that time, but I was playing. Ralph let me use Carter's guitar, and so Curly Ray kind of instigated on let me wear his boots,
Wow.
and so I did, and I wore Carter's boots, and Melvin said, well, I'll tell you one thing. We was at somewhere a show. He's talking out. He said, I'll tell you one thing. You'll never feel Carter shoes. So well, I got them on right now.
That's amazing. Wow. Wow.
But that's just something was said,
Yep. Yep.
There was a powerful singer on stage. He really was. And God said, you'll never you'll never feel Carter's boots, something like that.
Yeah.
No. I got them on right now, Melvin. Got them on right now. Yeah, that's about it.
Oh, you found the album cover?
Well, no, I found a picture on the website, LarrySparks.com, from about that time point. Yeah.
Look at that.
And Melvin, he wore a comedy suit there. He did sort of comedy on stage. So I think I'll have to go back to some of that. And it kind of breaks it up a little bit.
Yep.
Comedy and stuff. That's the old way of doing things too. I like some of that.
Yep.
The old path, I don't like to stray off the old path too much.
So you're with Ralph and the Clinch Mountain Boys for a couple years, and then you left them to form your own band, the Lonesome Ramblers.
I was with Ralph. Actually, I sang with him 3 years.
Okay.
And after Carter passed away, about almost 5 years altogether, I was with Ralph.
Oh wow.
And Carter and Ralph too.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good run. I learned a lot, about the business and stuff.
Mm-hmm. How did you know when you were ready to go out on your own?
Well, I heard something in myself. I didn't know what it was. I said, let me see. Let me check myself out. Could you do this? Could you do that? Huh? What do you think? I was talking to myself,
Yep.
And then I answered my question. I said, well, yeah, I think I feel I can do it. And I asked myself again, are you sure you think you can? And I said, well, yeah, I think I could. Well, I thought I had something different, Brian, to offer. I really did. But no, when I left Ralph, it was on 100% great terms.
Great.
And I would never want to, leave him on bad terms. And I don't like to have anybody who works for me leave him on bad terms.
Yeah.
Like to, if you got to leave him on good terms. It's the best way to do it. But I thought I could do better. Nothing against Ralph or what he was doing. I respected him very much. I thought I could do better with my singing and playing. I could deliver something different, to the music. And I thought I could do that. So I left out and did start on my own. And it wasn't an easy route. It wasn't an easy road. But
Yep.
I pulled it together. I don't know how, but I did.
Yeah.
I pulled it together. With God's help, I pulled it together. But had a band, and Joe Isaacs worked in the band, and David Cox, and met a couple other people. My sister played for a little while, and after they left, Wendy Miller came along,
Right.
and Mike Lilly.
Mike Lilly.
Mm-hmm. Art Wagner on bass. And with that band, I did a album for Starday Records in Nashville, and Starday King Records, which is still a very big company, big name. Back in those days, back in their day, they used to be based in Cincinnati. King Records. They recorded so many great artists, in music back in the day. And I did an album for them. They wanted to put one out called Ramblin' Bluegrass.
Oh, yep. Love it.
And that's back when they, sent out little single records with all the radio stations and actually mailed them out, It's mailed. And Dr. Bill Mack down in Fort Worth, Houston, Fort Worth, Dallas area, he played my music a lot in Texas. And they got scattered around different places in different states, out west, and mid United States, on out east toward New York and Canada and places. It grew, it just kept growing. And which was good.
Yep.
Then I put out another album shortly after that, and it kept going with recording, and I think Mike stayed with me about I think 4 years maybe, and Wendy stayed a little bit longer, maybe 5.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so I had to replace them, just go on.
Yep. How was that process of selecting new band members and indoctrinating them into the Larry Sparks sound? How's that work?
Well, sometimes it works better than others. They have to listen and feel what I'm doing, and feel the singing and the way I sing and play. And once they feel that and want to do it, then we can get into it. But it's been pretty good, really. And most of them has been good to work with, and they fell into the songs I did, and it helped them too. I think it helped them, just like a lot of musicians. If I had different songs, different. I had different songs, and that helped musicians to play different.
Yeah.
Take different breaks, different notes, and so that was good there too. I didn't hang on to Bill Monroe or the Stanley Brothers or Flatt and Scruggs. I didn't, although I could sing their stuff and do their music, but I didn't depend on it and dwell, that much on that.
Yep.
My own thing.
Mm-hmm. Can I get you to do another song for us?
Now, what have we got down? What can we do next?
Maybe Facing the Crowd?
Yeah, Facing the Crowd. Let's see. We could probably do that. Yeah, let's see where we're at. This is, I'll show you, Brian. When I was in my teens, I started using this type of a guitar capo.
Oh.
If you can see it. And
okay.
This capo was invented in 1889. This could be an 1889 capo. I don't know.
Yeah.
It works good.
Nice.
Easy to operate. They come out with cork on the front here.
Okay.
And cork on the back. Well, that was good, but then it wasn't good because it would damage your neck after a while. So you put leather back here, Brian.
Right.
And then you put leather on where your strings go.
Huh?
It goes over, and that's a good stout capo. Holds good. And the leather don't kill the sound of it, like the cork did.
Gotcha.
It helps the sound. I thought I'd tell you that.
That's great. Thanks. Oh, look at that. You're capoing up 5th fret higher? Wow.
Yeah, you can go right on down with it. Spring capo.
Uh-huh.
And the other thing, there's in 1912, I'm going way back. I like the older stuff. Those strings. In 1912, there was a piano string company called Mapes.
Mm-hmm.
Mapes Piano String Company. And they're still in business. And they started in New York, and now they're actually located in Elizabethton, Tennessee. Something on that sign here. But I just want to tell you, I've used these Mapes strings since I was, in my teens.
Wow.
And I got acquainted with the company, and about, probably, I would say maybe 15 years ago, they gave me a special string, Larry Sparks' signature guitar string.
Nice.
Yeah, and so I got those, and we only use the website, to sell them. We don't have them in stores or anything.
Uh-huh.
Get them through the website or on shows. We have light, medium, and heavy gauge. So Larry Sparks signature, gold signature strings, they call them. Yeah.
Great.
But one thing about these strings too, you guitar players out there, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It gives you a good solid bottom end. A good bottom end on your guitar. It takes the thinness out of the sound and makes it solid. And I like that about it. Try them sometime. Try them sometime. You guitar players. This tuning don't cost anything extra.
Great.
Okay, if I can remember this song, I've not sung it in about a year now. Excuse me. Now, Evan here, he's been with me. How long, Evan?
2021 will make almost 4 years.
It can't be that long.
I think it might. Let's see. It started with you in 18. I did one more. I guess it's 3 years. I can't count.
Okay.
Forgot how to count.
Well, yeah. But he does a good job for me, plays and sings with me, and takes care of my sales on the road, and does a lot of good work with me. So.
You sounded great tonight.
Yeah, he's worth putting some time into. This one, this has been a really good song for me, Brian. I recorded it in, I guess, early to mid 70s it was. And it just hung on and become what you would call a signature song for me.
Yep.
I guess. I'll try to sing it. Got a couple sad spots in it. Hang with me. We'll get through it together. A face in the crowd on your wedding day. You tossed me a rose from your bridal bouquet. No one seemed to notice. No one wondered why. When you pledged your love to him, there were tears in my eyes. A face in the crowd with a pale yellow rose. Your gown was white satin, my half-worn out clothes. I knew your love one time. Your love now he holds. I'm a face in the crowd with a pale yellow rose. As your friends, they all kissed you, I heard someone say, the man with the rose from your bridal bouquet, was he kind and special, or was he just a friend? I heard you speak softly. He was only a friend, a face in the crowd with a pale nose. Your gown of white satin, my half worn out clothes. I knew your love one time, your love now he holds. I'm a face in the crowd with a pale yellow rose. That's it.
Love it.
Appreciate it.
Oh, you sound great.
Well, like I say, I'm not the best voice for being off of work so long.
I don't know. Only you know that.
Oh.
Hey, people out there online are asking, can you hold that capo up a little closer? Folks can see it.
Sure.
And I'd love to talk about your guitar for a second, if you don't mind.
Okay, this is called the Spring. Let me see, get it up where you can see it good here. This was invented in 1889. Can you see it okay now, you think? Or?
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, this has got a spring back here, a little spring capo. And you put it on it. This really good.
Yep. Cool.
They came out with cork. Can you see it good now?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
See? Yeah. And yeah, it's a really neat capo, and they don't make them no more.
Oh.
They're not madeable no more. But you can find a few of them, around. I've got probably half a dozen of them, but I got to
okay.
redo the leather on some of these. They had cork in them when they came out with them, which was okay at that time in the 1800s and 1900. But the leather's much better. Saves your guitar and everything, the denting and scratching it up, messing it up.
Yep.
And it holds better. It
Uh-huh.
better.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all
Nice.
They got other good capos. New modern capos are good, but these I'm partial to them. I just like them. They're quick,
Yep.
Do all this stuff, getting ready for a song.
Right. Right.
You just slap this baby on, boy, and you're ready to roll.
Ready to go. There you go. Yep. And you've played the same guitar on nearly every Larry Sparks recording. Is that right?
I sure have. Yeah. It's when I was with Ralph Stanley, I had the same guitar.
Wow.
That's been Evan. What's your computer say from 1967 to 2020? He's working on it. 53. I've been playing this guitar 53 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 53.
And that's a D28, is that?
D28 Martin. And this pick guard became like a, well, not to say that's me, the pick guard is me. It became a trademark for me.
Right.
There's no others like this, and looks like this. But it became like a look-alike Larry Sparks guitar,
Yep.
And I thought that was kind of good to have a trademark like that on my guitar.
Was there a story on who put that pickguard on there originally, or just a mystery?
Okay, we'll go into it.
Oh.
Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincinnati, Ohio. There's a place called Ken Mill Tavern. And that's where a lot of guys played, the Stanleys and Reno. And they come through, maybe recording at King Records in Cincinnati. They, play a little show over there at the Ken Mill Tavern. And it was always packed out with people. We couldn't get nobody else in. It's full,
Wow.
Back in the mid to late 60s. And, but this guitar was owned by the owner up there, had the Ken Mill. He owned this guitar. He had this guitar. It was standing up in the corner on the stage, just kind of stood up. Different people would come in, play it and stuff, bands and whatever. If they need a guitar, they'd always grab this one. But he, one day he said he was going to sell the guitar himself. So I was interested in the guitar, and we had been there. I think we had did a recording session, if I'm not wrong, over King. Ralph did, and I was with him, and we did a show there at the King, I believe, that night or whenever it was. But he was going to sell this guitar, and I was interested in the guitar. And I was playing Carter's guitar.
Okay.
Another one too, and so I bought this guitar for him. It's 1967, and the pick guard was actually put on by a fellow by the name of Hap Hammond.
Huh.
And I don't know, Hap, if you're listening, that's the truth. I got this guitar, and he had put this pick guard on it. And he also put the same, not just like this pick guard, but on Jimmy Skinner's guitar.
Wow.
I'm sure you've heard of him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good songwriter. A lot of people recorded his songs in our music. He put his on his guitar a little bit different than this, and someone else he did. But I like this style, it suited me. And
Yep.
I never did want to take it off because Happy did some work on my guitar. I forget what it was now. I'll change the saddle or something on it, frets, whatever it was, back in the late 60s. And he's the one who did this. And I kept it on since all those years. Wanted to change it,
Yeah. It's a beauty.
Yeah, it's a neat old guitar. And pretty soon it'll look just like Willie Nelson's. Won't be long. So.
Yeah. Right. And you use heavy gauge strings, is that right?
Yeah, I use a heavy gauge. I get that. Mine hand me. I'll tell the gauges there.
I know we talked about those MAPE strings, but
yeah, we use. I use the Mapes guitar strings.
Size are they?
This is the heavy gauge. Yeah. The top gauge is 60.
60. Wow.
Top string is 60.
Uh-huh.
And the fifth string is, if I can see it right here. Something I can really see that. My glasses seem like it's not far enough. What is it? 60 is the top.
Yeah, boy, that's a big string. So I feel like a big part of your guitar sound is really the woodiness. Like you can really, when you play, I feel like I can hear the guitar vibrating.
Oh yeah, you can, and I'll feel it too.
It's a 50.
50 is the fifth string.
50 is the 8th string. Wow. Yep.
4.
4 is 36.
Fourth is a 36.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, yep. That's a distinctive thing. I don't know many other players that play a big beefy strings like that.
What about a third?
Looks like we got let's see.
28 on the third.
Uh-huh.
I usually have third like what, 26? Maybe that's about the heaviest most of
Yeah.
2.
That's 17.
17 on 2.
Wow.
And a 13.
Then a 13 on
On a 13. Okay.
But the heaviest, it starts going up really about the fourth when it kind of gets,
Yep.
third really, but it starts getting a little heavier.
Yep.
Because they give me a good solid hard sound, just a good in sound the way I play and sing, and I got that hard rhythm behind me. I like that.
Yep. Well, so Larry, we're a little past an hour in this interview. I don't want to keep you, but I'm sure enjoying talking to you. Do you have a couple more minutes?
Yeah. We got you want another song or what?
Yeah. I don't know. Do you want to? Is there any? I just love your guitar playing so much, and so many of the techniques that you use, and whether it's your.
I've got a new gospel album coming out. We'll be out in. I think Rebel Records has got it ready to come out and go into press real soon, and it will be out. I think maybe March on Rebel recording. A brand new gospel. It's called Ministry in Song.
Great. Oh, well, I'll look forward to that.
But I'll give you a little song from it if you got time for it. And I can do that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll say that say that one thing, Brian, has kept me going. I serve a great God and a Son, Jesus Christ, who is my Savior. And I put God first in my life. I really do. And I lift His name everywhere I go. And that's the way I do things. I'm a Christian, and that's the way I want to keep it. That's the way I want to. I'm not saying about anybody that's not a Christian. That's their business. But I believe in God, and I believe in His ways, and I believe in that old King James Bible. And I believe in that. It's true. It's true. Every word of it's true. Every word. And God has been with me for many, many years. And I'm glad that I serve our great God. Tall and tried inside this bed, troubles and road dreams I don't understand, but I've got a friend who's faithful and true. I know someday I'll be made new. And when my soul is tired and weary, I can't see you, I feel it near. I'm holding on to your unseen hand. I'll keep holding on the best that I can. When the storm is raging and the tempest rolls, I can feel it in my heart and in my soul. I can hear you say, you can just lean on me. Give me your worries, I'll set it free. And when my soul is tired and weary, I can't see, I feel you near me. I'm holding on to your unseen hand. I'll keep holding on the best that I can. I'll keep on holding on the best that I can. That's a new one.
That's a great one. I love it. Looking forward to that album. You said it's coming out in March, a new gospel record?
Yes, it come out. It should be out in. I'm thinking around March sometime. Rebel's going to put it out. Rebel's a great label. I've worked with them several times over the years, and they're a good traditional label. You know, Rebel.
Yeah. Yep.
I appreciate him a lot, and Dave Freeman, his son Mark, and they did a lot for our music. A lot for it. They really have.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Take Rebel out of it, and there'd be a lot of it taken out of. I'm honest.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. So looking back on your life and career, is there any advice you would have given yourself? You'd give to a young Larry Sparks at this point?
Well, I'll tell you what. This music is good, and first of all, you got to be dedicated to it. If you're going to be in it, you got to be dedicated.
Yep.
And you got to love it. And I want to put your life into it. You can make it. You can make it. I have. My lights is on tonight. See, my lights are on.
Yeah.
Yeah. You made it.
There never was a time, Brian, that I've not made it in this business. Thank God. And thank the fans. Never was a time I have not made it. Manage and organize yourself, young people. It has to be that way. I don't want everything I see. You know, I don't want everything I see. I really don't like a lot of stuff. I don't mean it in a bad way. No, it's I don't follow. I don't follow the crowd. Or some people they get this, get that, and I want to do. No, I'm not like that.
Yep.
As soon as you drive a 1930, I don't care. You know,
Yep.
manage, organize, be a good steward over what you have. Put God in your life. I'm telling you, you got to have the Lord God with you, and put your heart to Him. Give your heart to Him. Now He'll give His heart to you. It'll work together with you. I'm telling you, it's true. And He'll help you. He'll help you in music. Keep your music straight. Take care of it. And I'll say this. Keep your life straight. That's probably the best way to do it.
Yep.
It's stay away from a lot of things that you don't need. A lot of things we can take seat with that will not be good. And music can pull you, if you let it, can pull you the wrong way. If you don't control it,
Yep.
you'll find yourself in a mess. Take care of it. God gave you talent. He gave me talent to what I do. And I've gained a lot of fans across the country, New York to California, Canada to the Gulf, and some foreign countries.
Mm-hmm.
God has gave me that talent to reach out to these people, and the fans, you know, they took to my music, and more is coming in all the time. I'm speaking to middle-aged guys,
Yep.
men, because their mom and dad, and they grew up listening to my music, and now their mom and dad is way older, or maybe they have passed away, and they remember that they grew up with it, you know, and they're coming in. I get contacts all the time with people, the guys and families are doing that. You know, they've heard me over, grew up with it, and that's good to know that, and I appreciate it so very much, and get a lot more younger, middle aged all the time. You know, middle
Yep.
aged younger than me, didn't I? They're younger than me.
Yep.
But
Yep.
the people are great, Brian. They're just the fans are great, and they're family to me. The people are family, and I've never shunned my fans, and meant to.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get to everybody, or you know, speak to everybody, but a lot of times you can't get to everybody. But I've never always liked to be in contact with my fans, and speak to them, talk with them. You know, they might have something they want to tell me, or it's just anything. You know, that don't bother me.
Yep.
That don't bother me, and I like to talk to people, and that's just the way I am. I love
Yep.
people, love the fans, and love the music, and let's all work together. Brian, and the young people are saying, coming into it, hey, there's room for you. There's room for you. Believe me, there is room for you. If you just take care of it, be dedicated to it, and just take care of this music, because we need that more and more.
Yep.
We need young people to come in and really appreciate the music, take care of it, and we need that. We need that a lot.
Yep. Sage words. Absolutely. Well, I can't thank you enough for doing this tonight, and speaking as a fan, just for what you've done for all of us, and bringing this rich, soulful music that's so true and so close to the source, and yeah, just really can't appreciate you enough, and your whole life and career, and for doing this tonight. So
thank you very much. I've enjoyed it, and someday down the road, whenever, well, do it for you again someday. I'll have more Folgers coffee too.
Can I know we had a fifth song on your set list. Is there any chance we can get one more song here, kind of going out on? We talked about Blue Virginia Blue, maybe.
Blue Virginia Blue down.
No, we did.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, we'll see what we can do for you.
I'd love that. This has been such a treat. Really, really, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I've got so many songs that I really have. I've got so many songs, and that I need to learn a bunch of them again. So I've got a lot of songs. Let's see now, the Blue Virginia Blues. What we're talking about. This is also became a really good song for me, like a signature song that people recognize and like. Blue Virginia Blues. Have you ever been to Richmond in November, when the whole Virginia rain is coming down? Friend, I'm here to tell you it's no pleasure when you're all alone, a stranger to the town. Don't take me wrong, I do like East Virginia, and Richmond's full of hospitality. Except for one Virginia girl I know that made the perfect love wreck out of me. Blue, blue Virginia blue. There ain't no blue like blue Virginia blue. There's no girls in the whole wide world to break your heart like Virginia girls. There ain't no blue like blue Virginia blue. She called me up in St. Paul, Minnesota. Said I need you here in Richmond right away. Take the bus and I'll meet you at the station. Bring some clothes, I might want you to stay. My bus pulled in the station late this evening. There ain't a soul around this place but me. She left she's forgotten. Her name ain't in the phone directory. Blue, blue Virginia blue. There ain't no blue like blue Virginia blue. There's no girls in the whole wide world can break your heart like Virginia girls. There ain't no blue like blue Virginia blue. I wish I had the money for a taxi, a warm and cozy place to lay me down, instead of standing all alone in Richmond while the whole Virginia rain is coming down. Blue, blue Virginia blue. There ain't no blue like blue Virginia. There's no girls in the whole wide world to break your heart like Virginia girls. There ain't no blue like blue Virginia. Oh, there ain't no blue like blue Virginia. Hey, all right.
Thank you so much, Larry. Thanks to everybody at Signature Sounds, Lynn and Jim and Jared. And thanks so much, Larry. This has been a really special evening.
All of you are very welcome. I hope the fans enjoyed it. And people out there taking this show in, or singing rather. Thank my wife, Pam, for fixing the coffee tonight.
Great. Good night, everyone. Take care.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it.